Hello friends, I am Srikant Ganvir. I am currently working as an assistant professor in the Department of Ancient Indian History, Culture and Archaeology, Deccan College, Postgraduate and Research Institute, deemed to be University, Pune. I will be talking about the Buddhist caves at Junnar and Nasik located in Maharashtra. The objective of this module is to present an introduction to Buddhist caves at Junnar and Nasik and their architectural and art historical features. This module also aims at providing an outline of few important rock cut caves of these two sites and their potential for Buddhist heritage tourism. First, let us begin with Junnar caves. These caves are located in Junnar Taluka of Pune district in Maharashtra. Junnar was an important urban trading center located on ancient trade route Naneghat, an important ancient pass or ghat which connects coastal Maharashtra with that of Deccan Plateau, was important in the trade going on from 3rd-4th century before Common Era up to the 4th century of Common Era. There is a debate among the scholars regarding whether Junnar was the early capital of the Satavahanas or not, but one thing is very clear, it must have been an important center of political activities during the early historic time period related to the Satavahanas and Western Kshatrapas. And archaeological excavations carried out at Junnar by the Department of Archaeology and Museums, Government of Maharashtra and later by Deccan College Postgraduate Research Institute unearthed the presence of an early historic settlement. According to the survey, there are 219 Buddhist caves at Junnar. If inaccessible and small caves are added, the number goes around 250. Based on the number of Buddhist caves, Junnar has been considered the largest Buddhist cave site in India. Out of total caves, there are 10 Chaityagrahas, 184 viharas and mandapas, and remaining caves are unfinished caves. There are 4 main groups: Turja group, Ganesh Leni group, Manmodi group and Shivneri group. The division at Shivneri is based on directions, whereas the division at Manmodi is based on the modern names such as Bhimashankar, Ambambika and Bhutleni. From the 2nd century before Common Era up to the 2nd century of Common Era, that is in the span of 400 years, around 250 Buddhist caves were excavated at the site. The total number of water cisterns in Junnar caves is around 115. This tells us of the grand nature of the site. The inscriptions of the Yavanas found at the site are also important to understand the cultural interactions between the Indians and the Romans in the early historic time period. As per the epigraphic evidence, Yavanas played an important role and had a good association with Buddhism. Around 2nd-3rd century before Common Era, maritime trade was flourished. Thus, settlements of Greek traders came up. One such important settlement may have been at Junnar. Now, let us discuss all 4 groups one by one. The first group known as Turja caves. The Turja caves is the earliest cave site among the 4 groups of Junnar. It consists of 16 excavations. The Chaitya cave number 3 is a circular Chaitya Gruha with a plain octagonal pillars and a domical or circular ceiling. The sockets for attaching wooden rafters are visible at the ceiling. Grooves and sockets for attaching wooden facade are visible. Traces of paintings and mud plaster are visible in few places. These have geometric motifs, floral motifs, but no depiction of Buddha figure. This is considered as one of the earliest Chaitya Gruhas in the Western Deccan. It is dated between the 2nd century before Common Era to the late 1st century before Common Era. The stup is plain and simple, which attests to its early date. The facade of Vihar caves is decorated with the flying figures called kinnaras, that is half human and half bird, worship of stupas by devotees. Many cells of Vihar are simple and devoid of beds as per 10 basic precepts also known as Dasashila, members of Buddhist Sangha take the precept to refrain from sleeping or lying on a high or luxurious sleeping place or a bed. The last cave at Turja group is a mandap cave and it may have been used for the uposas ceremony, which will be explained in the later part. Now we will have a virtual journey of second group, that is Manmodi group. There are three subgroups of Manmodi group: Bhimashankar, Ambambika and Bhutleni groups. In Bhimashankar group there are 25 caves including one Chaitya Gruha, that is cave number 2, monasteries and viharas account for 17 and the remaining 7 caves are incomplete. Cave number 2 is the Chaitya cave, which is a rectangular on the plan. The Chaitya arch is not completed. The stupa inside is incomplete because of the seepage of water. In cave number 7, which is a vihar, there is a mandap. There is an inscription of minister Ayam of Western Kshatrap king Nahpan. This is only epigraphic evidence of royal nature at Junnar. It is dated around 124 CE by the scholars. Second subgroup is Ambambika cave group, consisting of 22 caves, out of which there is a one Chaitya Gruha, that is cave number 26. Cave number 25 is a stupa shrine, 16 caves are monasteries and remaining 4 caves are incomplete. There are 15 inscriptions in Ambambika group, out of which Chaitya cave number 26 has 11 inscriptions. One of the inscriptions mentions the ancient name of the hill at which these cave groups are located, that is a Manamukada. The present name Manmodi may have been derived from the ancient name. One of the monasteries which existed here was named Giddha Vihara as per the inscriptions. Two sects, Kakaputiya and Sammitiya sect, are mentioned in the inscriptions here. The plan of the cave is upsidal, but because of the seepage of water and geological defects, the work of excavation of stupa was left incomplete. Like Bhimashankar Chaitya number 2, this cave too has veranda supported by 2 pillars and 2 pilasters. The nature of donations include donations from different groups like goldsmith, coppersmith, bamboo weavers, workers, people working with the colors or dyers, traders, etc. Donation of land of karanja trees which have medicinal properties related to skin healing is mentioned in the inscriptions. To fulfill the needs and requirements of the monastic community, this stupa shrine at cave number 25 was excavated near to cave number 26, which was left unfinished. It is a rectangular shrine and has a monolithic stupa with a rock cut Chhatravali. Cave number 30 has 5 cells and later on these deserted caves between 10th and 12th century CE were transformed into a Jain shrine. One can see the sculptures of different Jain Tirthankaras such as Rishabhnath, Neminath. The cave group is known after the image of Yakshini Ambika. She is considered the protector of children and goddess of fertility. This tells us of the notion of continuity of sacred space. The third subgroup, known as a Bhutaleni, has one Chaitya, that is cave number 40, 15 Vihara caves and 5 unfinished caves. On the top of cave number 40, we can see the presence of Garud on the right side and Naga on the left side. The corners of both sides have a fine depiction of stupa in a high relief. In the center of Chaitya arch, one can see the elegant depiction of Gajalakshmi or Mahamaya. Some scholars believe it is a symbol of prosperity and fertility. Professor Dhaurikar connects this scene with the nativity or birth of Siddhartha Gautam. The Naga and Garud figures were mistakenly taken to be images of Bhutas and hence the name Bhutaleni was ascribed. There is an inscription which mentions the donation of dower by Yavana, that is Indo-Greek Chandra. The Chaitya Gruha remained unfinished due to geological defects. The stupa has a socket on the top which suggests there was a provision to fix loose hermica. Cave numbers 41 to 47 are Vihara caves, where one can see depiction of stupas in high relief in the space between two successive Chaitya arches. The space below the Chaitya arches has symbols such as Triratna, Srivasa can be seen.